Hi guys. Okay. Hi guys. Um, Good evening. What's the time now? Yes. So it's 9:05 p.m. here. Friday, 5th January. So good evening guys. How are you all doing? I am so sorry and also excited to be here today. I'm sorry because I didn't get to wish you guys Merry Christmas and Happy 2024. But I'm excited because I'm here today. So woohoo! Okay. So Happy New Year from Nana. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Nana. Compliment of the season from Lady Nana of Calabar, Nigeria. I love you guys so much and I am so grateful for the love. I am so thankful for this wonderful family we are building. Okay, I'm not just building, we are building. So I'm really grateful. Shout out to you, Miss Rosie. I love watching your stories. I love watching your videos. Miss Rosie is a cancer survivor, 3 times cancer survivor, and she is one of my clients. I just want to say thank you for supporting this brand. Shout out to Mama Todd. Mama, I love you. So much love from Nigeria, Mama Todd. So thank you for being you. Thank you for being our support system, our emotional support system. Like, I can't tell you guys how many times I have felt like not leaving the bed, and when I go to her page, she says it's time for you to get out of the bed, go get you something to eat and take care of yourself. I can't tell you guys how much that means, how much that has seen me through my dark days. Thank you so much, Mama. We love you. I love you. Thank you. So guys, I'm sorry I have been taking a little break from social media because I need to recharge. I need to get into my heart space and just feel, okay, and just let go and be grateful and experience life with loved ones and family. So that's the reason why I have been off. Now, the second reason for this video, like I said, or like I promised, that I was going to spill the tea on my experience of being a waitress for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yes, someone said, did she just say 2 weeks? Yes, 2 weeks. And it was fun, but okay, it was also, how do I put this, I learned some things from there. So yeah, this video is going to be in 3 sections. I am going to compress this all together as one video, and that will be posted on my YouTube channel. So please kindly do me a favor, follow me on YouTube or subscribe to my YouTube channel at Lady Nana's Homestead, and follow me on Instagram at nanastripe_. I would be very much appreciated. Now, the first section is going to be about my experience as a waitress. The second section is going to be an update on the relationship dynamic between I and my father. If you're coming from Mama Todd's page, you would actually know, because I posted a video about I and my dad, what happened during my birth. So there is an update. So this is an update on our relationship dynamic. The last video is going to be the last section rather is going to be on the one goal I have this year. You guys, the last part means so much to me. The last part is the step I need to take to move further in life. So are you guys ready? Because I am, and I'm about to spill the tea. If you don't know, I'm a little dramatic, okay? Yes, I feel a lot, but I'm a little dramatic. Lest I forget, right? There's going to be one special video which is going to be very separate from this video, and that video is going to be for my most recent client. This bag was made for her, okay? So that's going to be a separate video from this, so you guys stay tuned and let's spill the tea. First of all, you guys should join me. This meal is really nice. Jay, I'm quite looking from US. I'm quite looking from US. This meal is really nice, seriously. So guys, sorry, I had to bring the camera a little bit up close. Okay, so my experience, right? So sometime in August, I called my friend. His name is Bolaji. I told him I needed some time out of my crafting. I needed to connect with the real world. I needed to give myself a break from my own world, the creative world, right? Because honestly speaking, sometimes it could get really I won't use the word boring, but then there's this kind of like tired energy, about it. So he said, okay. I said I needed a job, Bola, so he works at a club. So he said, what kind of position do you want? So immediately I told him I needed the waitress position because I have a kink for the waitress position, and I'll tell you why. The waitress position actually is a very unique position. Your waitress is the face of your club or lounge, okay? Like, your waitress influences the word merry, okay? Like, your waitress influences merriment. Your waitress influences enjoyment, all right? So that's the reason why I love the waitress job. And I find it a little bit disturbing because people tend to look down so much on the waitresses. I experienced that as well, while I was working. So not realizing that the waitresses literally are the ones helping you stay relaxed and comfortable enough to enjoy yourself, lessen your burdens, lessen whatever pressure you brought into that environment. So that's the reason why I love the waitress position. And there is actually more to that position that people realize, because a skilled waitress has a very unique, or should I say a very high level of emotional intelligence, because you have to tell, like for me, I could tell when my customer is, like the emotional state of my customer, let me put it that way. So a waitress must have like a high level of emotional intelligence, empathy, patience, and understanding. Some customers will come in angry and they would want to take out their frustration or anger on the waitresses. So it is a very tasking job, and it is something that I enjoy because I naturally am inclined to human psychology, and I love hospitality. So that is one aspect of hospitality I enjoy so much. In fact, sometimes I tell myself that one day if I get to have a lounge, I would want to, join my waitresses to serve and act like I am not the owner of the place, something like that. So yeah. Now, for the experience there, when I first got there, I think I kind of found the other waitresses there a little bit boring for me, because I came in with this vibrant energy, right? I came in with this energy like, this customer wants this, give me this, give me this, give me that, and I'm and I'm on the table like, hi, how you doing? Oh my god, I love your hair. Like, compliments. Oh, I love your hair, I love your, you look good. What can I get you? Oh, we don't have this is what we have, this is what we have. May I suggest, what would you like though? Or may I suggest, how about you go for this, this and that. It has this, it has that. So you kind of have to know the content of drinks too, to give it a little spice. Sometimes a customer might have this drink or might have it over and over again, but just because you have sold this drink to them in a way they have never been told about this drink before, when they get to drink it, suddenly that drink has a very different taste. That same drink they have been drinking for 4 years suddenly tastes different now, just because you sold them the right, I'll use the right game for the drink. So that's it. So anyways, I kind of found the waitresses there very boring. Like, the first that I came, the other one was sleeping. I'm like, what? She's sleeping, and then the other one, like, they were busy talking. I'm not saying don't talk in a work environment, of course I'm not saying that, but you have to limit the way you talk, and you have to, but anyways. And I actually finally felt guilty of that, because I love a good conversation, and I was drawn into that, but I quickly brought myself out though. So another experience I encountered there was, I'm a very observant person, and so I observed the way my employer got to do things. He was very observant, he was very calm, he saw things, but if you're not smart you think he didn't see them. He was very steady. I'll use the word steady, level-headed, and he had this patience with people. In fact, the patience with people was the most important thing I learned so far, because I sometimes don't have patience with people. I tend to feel like you should already know, so I learned that a lot from him. He was very patient with people. And then, I came in, and then he was also very patient with me. He was also very patient with me, because sometimes when you have this go energy, like, you have to also calm down to study the place. And I think that was where I slipped a little bit, because I was in the go, like, bring the drinks, serve. I didn't know that you had to clean up after they finished drinking. I didn't know that you had to also sweep the place. I didn't know that you have to also wash the rags, that the rags you use in cleaning the table and all those things. And I'm like, okay, so I got to, it was actually a very nice experience, because I learned all these things. And turns out, at the end of the day, the waitresses were very cool, and my boss too was very cool. In fact, when he called me for the interview that day, I browsed about the job of a waitress, and I went there. I got my interview right, but I told him one thing. I said, this is the first time I am doing this, so I'm also here to learn. So I had that grace a little bit, like he gave me that grace as well, because it was my first time. And it was fun. You guys saw the videos I kept posting on my TikTok. It was really fun. So yeah, that's that for the waitress experience. I enjoyed myself a lot, and he gave us a good treat. He gave us a good treat. Sometimes he would say you could just take one drink. Maybe if you sold enough for that day, he would ask you to take one drink, as like cheers. So he is a very good boss figure. That's what I would say. Yeah, a very good boss figure. So if you are in Calabar, Nigeria, and you're looking for a place to chill, vibe, club, the name of the place is called Vibes Lounge. The name speaks for itself. Okay, so you should be there. You should literally be there. It's cool. It's really cool. Now, this takes us to the second session of my video. This is about my relationship with my dad. So before now, he's been trying to reach out to me. I have been ignoring and boycotting all conversations with him, so, but I would say I have evolved during the course of my life. The experience I've had, and the fact that holding on to a grudge doesn't make me grow. Releasing it and letting God take control frees me of the burden of that event. So finally in November, I responded to one of his calls, and then we got to see late November, and it was unexpected. I would say that, because it wasn't what I was expecting. It was mutual, it was calm, there was a lot of understanding, and I saw myself understanding everything, and and it kind of played out with the experience I've also had in life. And I saw myself like listening to him, giving him that listening ears. He gave me some fatherly advice, as well as his apologies and his reasons, and all of those things. And I don't know, I have never in my life felt this type of assurance. I didn't believe I would say this. I didn't believe I would say this. The assurance that comes with having your dad, telling you that they have your back no matter what, even though they have not been there all your life, even though they have not done so much for you, and then they sit down and tell you that they are a shitty dad, but they still love you, and this is why they are shitty, and this is what happened. At the end of the day, you get to realize that sometimes situations in life will make you have to make hard decisions. So that was his case. My dad was in the military. He fought the Libya war we had in Nigeria, and coming out from the military into the civilian society was kind of difficult for him. So coming back to the house to take care of, make father duties, he had to like arrange his life and all of that. So yeah, I really don't want to go into much details, because some discussions were really, really, I would say, touching. And sometimes it's really good, not sometimes, it's really good to listen to both sides of the stories at the end of the day. And I am so glad that I am matured enough to decipher the truth from whatever anyone is saying. This man spoke truth to me. This man spoke truth, and he also had to understand the reason why I had the grudge with him, because yes, all of this happened, but you're supposed to reach out and let me know. But then again, he tried to reach out and I kept ignoring the conversation and the calls. So yeah, we spoke. He was respectful. He was full of understanding, full of fatherly love. He offered his support. Yeah, that's that. That's that. At the end of the day, I am thankful that he's alive, and I'm thankful that we got to come to terms with whatever it is that has been happening for 23 years. And I'm also happy that I could finally get to talk to him and talk about what has been hurting me for so long, what has held me back for so long, what has made me feel I wasn't enough for so long. I'm thankful. If you guys know, if you've experienced this, you know that dealing with rejection is a whole different type of trauma, and living with it is really an everyday struggle, right? It's an everyday struggle. Dealing with rejection from birth is a whole different type of trauma that would stay with you, and until you get to the root of it, you will never feel enough inside. You will never feel like you're enough. You will never feel like you're doing enough for yourself. There's always going to be a part of you that seems to be incomplete. So I'm grateful for the conversation we finally had, the understanding, and the fatherly advice and love he shared. He took accountability for his own parts, and he also prayed for me. So that's the update on that. Now the last session. So guys, this is the last session of this video. First of all, I am making a neck piece. I'm making a neck piece for, let me see. I'm making a neck piece for my customer, for a customer, right? Okay. I'm making a neck piece for a customer. So the last session of this video is about my ultimate goal for 2024. I have just one goal this year. So what's that goal? My goal for 2024 is to reach out to 30 people, not just people who come to purchase my bag, my craft. Yes, that is going to be the foundation of it, right? Where's this bag here? Yes, that is going to be the foundation of it, but I have a target to reach out to 30 clients who I can share in their dark times, I can share their emotional um, problems, trouble. I care about people's well-being. I care about your emotional well-being, and this year I want to touch people's lives with my heart. Okay, I want to touch people's lives with my heart. I know I've been doing that, but I'm very, very much intentional about that this year. I am very, very much invested in that this year. So reaching 30 people, I know definitely if you're messaging me, you're messaging about my craft, I know that, but at the same time, I don't just want to sell my bags. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. I mean, if you meet me and say, okay, I want to rock this bag, yeah, sure, I'll do it for you, but that's not my aim. My goal is to make sure that people have people they can talk to, in these trying times, because I can tell you that the world is currently in chaos and there's literally nothing people can do about it. And a lot of people are really, really depressed and saddened by everything going on in the world emotionally. Now, naturally, I am a very affectionate person. Affection is my love language. Care is my love language. I started learning to care for myself. I started learning to pour into myself as well, because I most times pour into people and forget myself. And I have to constantly remind myself that I need to pour into myself. I have to go to Mama Tell's page to receive some, love. Sometimes who gets to love the ones that love, right? Like, who gets to love the ones that love? So we have to have each other. So my goal for this year is to reach 30 people, emotionally, be there for them emotionally. I mean, we have 12 months in a year, so 30 people would be fulfilling for me. Now let's talk about my clients that message me for this bag. She's a very, very sweet person, and she is currently fighting for justice for her sister, Jessica Holland. Jessica Holland was brutally murdered, and the police have all the evidence they need to bring justice to this case, and yet they are doing nothing. So Miss Rachel is currently fighting for justice for the murder of her sister, Jessica Holland, and she messaged me to make this piece for her in honor of her sister. This right here is my own gift to her, to say I support the cause, justice for Jessica. I support this cause. So I'm going to post this video, and I'm going to hashtag justice for Jessica, and not just for Jessica, but for every other murder case waiting to receive justice by the system. These are our loved ones, these are our family, these are people we hold so dear, and it's so painful to see that the system we find ourselves in, just bury the case and move on as though it wasn't a human being that was gruesomely murdered. And so in this year, I would be personally hosting a justice campaign. There's going to be a session for justice for murder cases on my profile. So whoever client messages me, your video will be in that section. Okay. Miss Rachel is currently going through a hard time right now because she is grieving her sister, and it is so painful, and it reminds me of Mama Todd's case. It reminds me of Brandon Lee, who was also shot, murdered, and we are still looking for justice for Brandon Lee. So this is a justice case, and it doesn't matter how long we fight, we have to make sure with our voices together as one. With our voices together as one, we will get justice. We will get justice. So that is my goal for this year. That is the reason for my goal for this year, to reach out to people, to connect with them, and to make sure that they feel supported in their cause for justice. They feel supported in their fight for equity, justice, and freedom. So guys, thank you so much for joining me to the end of this video. I'm grateful for your love and your support. I'm sorry guys, I'm a little busy. I'm grateful for your love and support, and I want to say take care of you, and don't forget to tell your loved ones that you love them, because you have no idea when you see them again. I say thank you so much. Go ahead and place your orders for beautiful handcrafted items. I'll do well to respond to your messages and deliver your items to you. Thank you.